Oh, have we got a color match for you today? Let me show you just a little sneak peek of what we're working with. My friend Nick came over from First Gen Fishing the other day. We were testing around with some colors, and he said, hey, why don't we try and color match the Ghost Minnow by Lucky Craft, used on the infamous LV500 Lipless crankbait. And that's exactly what we tried to do. We whipped something up really quick, and we came up with something pretty spectacular. Let's get into it. Hey, bait chuckers, what's going on out there? That's right, today we are color matching the Lucky Craft LV500 into the Ghost Minnow colorway. It is a hard bait color match, so we didn't quite get exact, so it's just not going to be an exact color match. I guess we can call it a color match inspired color. We attempted something very quickly, and I'm going to try and recreate that today here in the video because the baits that we came up with look absolutely fantastic. Now, these are going to be more for use in clear water because these are a clear color style bait, and we have a brand new bait mold today to show you in my favorite lineup. The Slick Swim now comes in a beautiful 3.5 inch variety. Yep, just the size you didn't know you needed, just below the 4 inch, just above the 3 inch. And this is a perfect size because the difference in those two sizes, believe it or not, really eliminates a lot of very common hook sizes when it comes to underspins, rigging, and so forth. So now we have a 3.5 Slick Swim to round out the Slick Swim family. We're going to show you a bunch of different ways to rig it up today. You all know it's my favorite bait. We're kicking off the month of March right now, so we'll probably tie it up on an A-rig. I'm going to show you a sweet little underspin setup, as well as, of course, my line through treble head that I love so much. So we're going to get you down here close so we can get a better look at the LV500 crankbait. But first, I wanted to mention, if you do hear some noise in the background, we got chop shop noise now. That's because DJ next door, he's over there. He pulled out his whole front end, and he's doing all kinds of stuff, but he's all documenting it now on his YouTube channel. I teased it in my last video. I will now put a link to that in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. If you want to check out DJ's Hot Rod Shop, you all can go over there and see what all that noise is going on the other side of the wall over there. But for now, let's dive in a little closer. We'll show you the color pattern that we're trying to match here on the LV500 Ghost Minnow and get to making some sweet looking baits. All right, so let's take a closer look at the LV500 in Ghost Minnow here. I can see why Nick wanted me to color match this for him. So right off the bat, we have a two-color laminate. You can see we definitely have some blue going into a black with a little bit of gold on the back, and the belly definitely has a very distinct smoky purple vibe to it. And then we also have a lot of gold copperish color here in the face of the bait. And you can see when we flip it to the back, definitely a darker back with that gold kind of highlights popping through a little bit, and then as you turn it, you definitely get a more purple on the belly and that blue throughout the back. So we grabbed a few colors off the wall the other day, and we're going to attempt to recreate this color. Again, I'll throw a little bit of it up on the screen. Has an awesome kind of purple belly when it turns into the light like that, with that nice blue backer, and that gold just sparkles and pops when the sunlight hits it. So that's what we're going to recreate today. And so let's go ahead and throw all the colors up on the screen that you're going to need to make this bait with us in your shop. Kicking off the top, we are going to be starting things off with the Barlows transparent colors. That's right, we're going to be using the ice blue mixed with a little bit of ultra transparent black. These are both part of the Barlows ultra transparent lineup, and we of course have affiliate links down below in the description. Rounding out the flake for the top color, we are going to be using Goldmember, part of the Holoshift lineup from 8-Bit Baits, along with just a pinch of our small 0.015 gold holographic flake. Moving on to the belly color, the pigment we're going to be using is MF Plastics Purple Smoke Pearl. Now, if you don't have this color, you can probably get away with using some transparent black from Barlows, as well as a dash of purple pearl powder would be my suggestion. Rounding out the flake for the belly, we're going to be using the small 0.035 square cut black glitter, and then a pinch of the 0.015 silver holographic flake of your choice. And in order to pull off the color injections that you saw us preview already and to make these baits today, we will be utilizing the new 2-to-1 injector by Adam over at SDG Lurecraft, also co-engineered with N2 injectors. The 2-to-1 injector allows us to inject more of one color versus the other, so we'll be shooting the purple smoke pearl or the belly color on the thick side, and then we'll be shooting that dark icy blue back with the gold on the thin side for the back. All right, here we are. Fresh cup of Plastisol right out of the microwave, ready to go. So we are going to kick things off with the belly color. So we are going to go in with the purple smoke pearl. And I believe I did 20 drops in a half a cup, so it should bring us to 40. So we're going to start with 30 and see where that gets us. Okay, you see that? We got that beautiful smoke pearl going on, extremely thin on the knife. Yeah, I definitely want to go 10 more, bring it to 40. Pretty sure we did 20. Yeah, there we go. That's looking real good. We got that smoky pearl vibe going on there. And again, it's going to be in a thinner bait. We probably could even darken it up more, but I'm pretty sure this is where we left. We're going to do an exact replication. Now we're going to come in with our 0.35. This is the small square cut glitter. It's important to note that with all the glitter today, okay, less is more. Okay, we're going to go in here. See here? You're going to get your pinchers. And you're going to go in and get a pinch, okay? And then you're just going to sprinkle it in there. Just a sprinkle, okay? Get it all off your fingers there. Okay, you see that? Just that little amount. Okay, you want to make finesse baits, you got to use finesse amounts of glitter, okay? You don't always got to chunk it in there with a big old spoonful, okay? There we go. All right, just a nice spattering. It barely even shows up on the stir stick. That's exactly what we want. All right, now we're going to come in with our silver hologram. Same thing, 0.015, all right? No measuring device necessary. You just take a pinch, just a sprinkle, just like that. All right, finesse-y. We're going to finesse them, all right? You want this to look realistic. There we go. And there it is. You see that? You got just a spattering of black, a spattering of the sparkle, just a pinch. All right, and that's it. This is our belly color here. So we are going to reheat this. We're going to get this in the vacuum chamber, and then we'll meet you here with a fresh cup of Plastisol. Oh, gosh, look at... Oh, it's gorgeous. All right. We'll be back with a fresh cup of Plastisol. All right, here we are. Second fresh cup of Plastisol for the backside color. We're going to start off with Barlows Ultra Transparent Liquid Color Line Ice Blue. Yep, icy blue. Now, I do remember putting 20 drops in, so I think we're fine going straight to 40 because we did have a half cup before when we did this recipe, so we're going to jump straight to 40 drops. All right, here we go. Turns that beautiful icy blue on the knife. You see that there? Really, really cool. But the blue is, you know, relatively bright, so we want to mute it a little further, right? We want to get it darker, so we're going to add the black in. So we're going to add some Barlows Ultra Transparent Black to the mix in order to darken up just a little bit. All right, and let the record state that we put 40 drops of the transparent black in as well. So going with good old 40-40 on the icy blue and the transparent black. And look at that dark, nice ice cold icicle blue we get right there. Now we want it a little extra thick, even though it is transparent, because we're using a 2-to-1 injector, okay? So we know this is going to be the thin color. All right, so now we're really going to make this pop. Okay, Goldmember Holoshift powder. All right, now hold on to your britches here. Okay, we're going full semi-heaping 1/16 of the Goldmember. All right. Now I know that is a hefty amount of Goldmember. All right, but we are making a finesse bait, and like I said, this color does amazing things. Now what's nice about this, you can see here in the cup, we have that gold sheen. It's going to look black at some angles. It's going to look blue, it's transparent at some angles. And then when the sun hits it, it's going to have, boom, gold all up in your face. All right, so this is an amazing, oh, I can't wait. It's really good. This is one of the best injections I think I've ever done, folks. And it all happened quickly. I'm super excited to share this recipe with all of you. All right, and last but not least, we're coming in with our gold holographic, again, 0.015. No measuring utensil again, nothing but our fingers. We're going to come in and take a pinch of that again, and we are just going to drop in a pinch of that gold holographic. And there we go, just a little pinchy poo. There we go, we got that all mixed in now. Just a little bit of extra flash there, here and there in the cup and on the stir stick. Well, that's looking good. All right, let's get everything warmed up, temperature matched, vacuumed, and we'll see you here when we're ready to inject. Okay, we have belly on the left, back on the right, which is thick side on the left, thin side on the right. Don't forget to glove up. All right, here we go. Get a full pull on these injectors. Well, hopefully as much as we can. Don't want to suck up any air. Get over to our blending block, get seated, do a nice little purge. There we go. All right, boom, there's one, there's two, and there's six. All right, looking good. All right, just take a look at the purge pile here. All right, you got smoky. You can see in the reflection of the sunlight that purple on the clear smoke belly, and then you can also see that dark blue, also where it turns icy blue where it gets thin. It's going to look black and gold where it gets thicker. Just an amazing color in a 2-to-1 laminate. Oh, I can't wait for you all to see this. Let's get over to the demold. All right, here we go. 3.5-inch slick swim. That's what the sprues look like. Hopefully this lives up to the hype. Let's see what side all of these want to come out on here. There we go. Oh yeah, looking every bit of beautiful. All right, look at that. The lighting is just reflecting. Oh gosh, I'm having so much trouble with the light right now. All right, the lighting does not want to play nice, but here we go. These baits are looking fantastic. All right, I'm trying different lighting here in the shop for you so you can see everything that's going on in this bait, because there is a lot going on. If you look at it from the side, okay, we have the clear belly, and you definitely get that turquoise blue coming through. On the top, because it's black, you get that gold sparkly sheen with that hint of blue on the edges. But then when it rolls and you see that belly, it's purple. And especially in the sunlight, there you can see that purple in there. When at certain angles it's purple, but it's clear with that turquoise blue and the gold. I mean, there is a lot of magic happening here just from a 2-color laminate. So I think we've stumbled across something very special here, and in fact, as I'm looking at this compared to my original recipe, I think we could even cut the top in half. I might have doubled it by mistake, so I think you could even lighten up the top and just do 20 drops of the icy blue and 20 drops of the transparent black. But either way, these look absolutely phenomenal, and oh, I can't wait to fish these. These are going to be good. All right, let's take a look at round 2. We also shot it in the 4.3-inch sleigh bait as well, so we'll take a look at that after. But let's take a look, see what round 2 looks like, so we get another batch of baits out of this. Oh yeah, looking just as good as the first one. Now, what's really interesting though is the swirl effect that happens in the head, and I don't know if that's the 2-to-1 injector or what, but it makes for an awesome effect. Okay, I'll grab a couple here and try and show you there. Do you see that swirl that's happening in the head? Right here in the head, even though it is the 2-to-1 injector that's being used, that top color has a little bit of a swirl. And so it's bringing some of that gold and blue down into the head, and it's swirling with that smoke purple pearl. And so when you get that side profile, it looks blue, but when that sun hits it, it carries that gold forward into the face, which is very similar to the hard bait. So like I said, we stumbled upon this yesterday. It's a weird effect, but it looks pretty cool. I'm excited to see how it looks inside of the sleigh bait, but my gosh, that's so beautiful. Look, I hope the camera is doing this justice, because this looks absolutely phenomenal in person. I mean, there you can see the shift to purple, but it's smoky translucent with that blue. There's the gold right there on the back. At certain angles, you see that gold pop. And of course, the Holoshift, you know, again, sounds like a marketing tactic, but it's not. Anyone who uses the Holoshift knows the cameras just don't do it any justice whatsoever. But that pop of gold in the back with the purple underneath, the translucent belly, Ghost Minnow, Lucky Craft Ghost Minnow. Yeah, look at that translucent belly, clear, but purple, but clear. Oh, that's awesome stuff. All right, we went with the full size, the 4.3 inch sleigh bait. Let's crack these open, have a look. Oh, yeah, okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh, yeah. Okay, played out in a larger bait. This looks, I mean, even with this crappy lighting in here, I'm doing the best I can. Look at this. We got the dark purple into the translucent. That blue is carrying in through the tail, but it's clearing up. You got that black looking back. I mean, it looks like a triple laminate, but it's not. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, let's get these out of the mold. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Gold on the top with that black and the blue coming through. That translucent belly. You can see that gold when the angle hits it there. That's a phenomenal color. I am super happy with this color. Well, there we go. What do you think? Pretty darn close. I think some eyeballs and we'll be right there. Oh yeah, there we go. With some eyeballs on there. Ooh, looking sharp. Lucky Craft Ghost Minnow in soft plastic bait form. Yeah, I think I'll take it. Well, you know what time it is. Let's get some close-ups of these baits. Here you can see I have it rigged up on a 6 cents treble head with a treble hook here. This is a great line through swim bait here. Now, admittedly, this is the 1/4 ounce head. It is probably slightly too big, so you could drop down to the 3/16 or even the 1/8 inch head. What's great about this rigging setup here is that the weighted head has a screw lock, which screws into the front of the bait, and then the treble hook just rests inside the back of the bait there. So a nice 3.5 inch profile. Once you add the head on there, it looks like you're going to get close to 4 inches. And when a fish bites onto it, it's going to get stuck in this hook here, and then the bait is going to break free and slide up the line, leaving your treble hook pinned inside the bass's mouth. So again, I will just slide this right in the back here, and that is a great way to fish the 3.5 inch slick swim. Another great way to rig up the 3.5 inch slick swim is on an Owner Flashy Swimmer. This is a 1/0 flashy swimmer, perfect size for the 3.5 inch slick swim here. This will give you a weedless presentation, and because of the size of the slick swim, plenty of depth there for when the fish bites. It's just going to squeeze down here and fold out of the way. It's a very small bait, so lots of room for the gap right there. But a beautiful weedless presentation that also gives you an underspin at the same time. Nice flush hook here across the back. A fantastic way to rig up your slick swim of any size. Owner Flashy Swimmer. All right, and last but not least, another fantastic way to run the slick swims. One of my favorites is on an A-rig. This particular A-rig happens to be the Hog Farmer Tactical Micro Flex rig. This is the bladeless version, but you can see that the 3.5-inch slick swim fits perfectly on the 1/8 ounce guppy heads. These are the 3/0 hook, perfect size for the 3.5-inch slick swim, and that looks like an amazing school of ghost minnows floating through the water. I can't wait to get out there and cast this thing around. This is going to do absolutely phenomenal here, especially in the month of March when we're filming this video. But of course, A-rigs work all year round. But please do make sure if you're going to fish an A-rig, check your local state regulations, as there are hook requirements. Here in the state of California, we're only allowed to use 3 hooks. So these top 2 baits here are just going to be dummies. But again, the 3.5-inch slick swim makes for a great A-rig bait. All right, bait chuckers, there you go. Lucky Craft LV500 in Ghost Minnow. This is our attempt at it right here. I think it's a fantastic recipe. I hope that all of you try it out. You may notice in some of the close-up footage on this side here, there is actually a lighter version. I went ahead after the fact and tried out an alternative version. It's kind of a little bit lighter, added a little bit of violet highlight powder in the belly to brighten it up a little bit too. So I'll put that alternative recipe down below in the description. But so yeah, the Ghost Minnow, I think we'll coin this one the LC Ghost Minnow in the recipe book. LC obviously for Lucky Craft. So let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. Again, this isn't an exact color match, but definitely inspired by it for sure. I think we could definitely brighten up that a little bit, somehow make it cloudy, maybe a little more blue in the back. I don't know. Again, I'm open to suggestions. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Otherwise, I think this is a fantastic color, a fantastic match of the hard bait. Pretty awesome stuff, and I think this is a good place to wrap and cap this video. If you are still watching and you are not subscribed to this channel, I'm not sure what's wrong with you, because 49% of you still aren't subscribed, and we are this close to 10,000 subscribers. Imagine where we could be right now if that 49% went ahead and clicked that subscribe button. We're dropping awesome color recipes, should you chuck it videos, shop vlogs, all kinds of fun content here on the channel. We got iCast coming up, and we got the Bait Makers meetup coming up. That's right, I'm going to be there. Epic Bait Molds, Saturday, May 23rd. Lots of stuff coming on the channel. Make sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, everybody, y'all know who it is. Your friend on this end, Michael, out here around these Delta sloughs, reminding you to keep on chucking. I'll get back with you.